So there was an article, an op-ed in the New York Times. We're getting older, but we're not doing anything about it. Some pretty harrowing data in this one. The population of the prime caregiving age group from 45 to 64 is expected to increase by 1% before 2030, while the population over 80 will increase 79%. Holy cow.
That's a wild statistic right there. That's so around my house, within 5 miles of my house, in the last, 2 or 3 years, we've had 3 new old people's homes go up, like these huge new complexes. And if I had to bet on secular trends that are going to continue for a long, long time, it would be old people's homes, betting on this aging thing, and I would love to be able to bet on a way to tattoo removal for young people, for millennials. Those are my 2 age-based investment themes. I don't know how I would invest on them personally, but that's where I'm going because we've never seen anything like this with the amount of people that are going to be living longer. And I think it could potentially create this like class warfare between like the okay boomer stuff. I think is just the beginning of it.
You think so?
Yes, because old people are going to have so many needs, and all at the same time that older generations of the past didn't have as much groundswell to come together to try to create. I mean, think about how much money is going to have to be spent on healthcare for these people and assisted living.
Well,
and
I think there will be a lot of stress on the children. I think a data point from this article was something like 84% of patients have assistance from their family. So I think,
don't you think all the stats show that the young people aren't prepared for that anymore? So don't you think they're going to come hat in hand to the government and be like, listen,
well, 80-year-olds
we need politicians who are going to help us. Screw the grandkids. We need help now.
But I'm not talking about our parents. I think it's our parents' parents.
True, but the sheer amount of baby boomers that are going to be aging in the coming years is just, I think it's going to present huge. It's going to push. I don't know what it means, but I think it's just going to be to the point of this article. We're not doing anything about it. I think it's just going to happen all at once, and people are going to go, "Holy crap! This is a big deal. What are these people all going to do?" And so,
so the median savings rate of people in their middle older age is just $15,000. Social Security gets you another $15,000. So for a 20-year retirement, that's big trouble. This sounded like a big number, but I guess it's contextless. So there might be some denominator blindness here. But this is from the article. People over 65 had withdrawn an estimated $22 billion from long-term savings accounts in the previous year to pay for health expenses. Medicare didn't cover.
And yet they didn't crash the market, right? People are worried that the baby boomers are going to crash the market when they all go to sell at once. I'm taking the other side of that one, but maybe I'm wrong.
So I know you're only half kidding about that, but that is I don't want to say legitimate argument, but it's an argument that you hear often, that baby boomers cashing out is going to crash the market. The market is owned by the ownership of the market is concentrated in people that don't need to sell.
Exactly. What is it? 85% own 10% of the assets. And Schiller, I like Schiller's point in this. He talks about this in his book Irrational Exuberance, one of the updated versions. He said, and maybe this is giving the market too much credit, but he said demographics are one of the easier things to plot out now. I mean, not exactly, but you can plot out demographics pretty good. And so if the market knew that this wave of selling was coming, you would think that it would get ahead of it a little bit, wouldn't you? Like, it's not like this is like news to anyone that people are going to get older, and a lot of the older people have the assets. So I just don't think it's going to be have that big of an impact.